Hey racing fans, and welcome to race 21 in Brazil. Really looking forward. Was doing so well. I really didn't want to say I was looking forward to this, but apparently that's what we do now. Hoping to have a better race than last race, for L at least. Armstrong still continuing to get points. Last race, L falling outside of the top 10 by one spot, finishing 11th because of track limits. So that's something we'll be keeping an eye on this time, and trying to make sure that, one, we qualify a little bit better so we're not caught in the middle of the pack, and also trying to make sure that we just place a lot better. We need some points here to win. Still chasing Ferrari for 4th on the Constructors. We're only, I think it's like 4 points behind or something. Really, just needing to get better points, which means that both of our drivers need to perform today to make sure that we get the maximum amount of points that we possibly can. Ideally, 2 races ago, we got a 1st and 2nd place. That would be amazing to try and achieve today, although the way the last race went, I can't see it really happening. With 2 races left, it's just, after today there'll be 2 races left, so it just doesn't seem feasible that we're going to have too many chances left to try and catch Ferrari as we're moving along, and that is the main thing here. We want to take 4th from them, otherwise this whole thing just feels like it's been a little bit pointless up into that one. Finishing 5th is fine, but considering last season we topped the Constructors and the drivers, it'd be horrible to finish this on a 5th. That's a fair drop down from where we were, which means we're really going to have to look at what we're doing next season and try and be a bit better. It's a bit of a collapse considering it's like Mercedes after Hamilton won the 7th, so just dropped and fell into the middle of nowhere. But there we go. Alright guys, well, let's see what we did through practice and see how we're going to go in through qualifying. Some encouraging signs there in Q1. L topping it on the softs with a pretty quick time. Armstrong coming in 7th on the medians, which is awesome, which got him, it's not even a qualifying, it's just practice. A bit wet there, but L still managed to get the top of the tables there with Armstrong getting in pretty damn high himself as it was wet. Heading into Q1, L topping the charts again on his soft, Armstrong on 11th. Positive signs here if we can get everyone through to Q3. Into Q2 we went again, L topping the charts, Armstrong sliding into the 9th spot, which is amazing as we head into Q3. And then unfortunately we had an incident.
Oh, come on, Verstappen! Oh, and he hit us! Oh, Verstappen! Oh my God! Are you serious?
Your rear wing's damaged. You can expect a lot of oversteer unless we bring you in and fix it.
Come on, he parked that right. Are you kidding?
Verstappen parking it there on the corner cost us some placings. We may have got the pole position for the sprint if that hadn't happened. We were going pretty damn fast, and as you can see through the other qualifyings we were topping the charts, so that possibly cost us the pole position there and dropped us down 5 grid places, which seems unfair considering he's the one who parked on the corner. We span out because of that, and then he drove into us as we were finishing our spin out. We had no control over the fact that the car hit him. So the game, I feel like, got it wrong, but we got to live with what it was. So a 5 grid place penalty, which I thought was harsh, considering again it wasn't our fault. But it is what it is. Mercedes there showing some strength, 1 and 2 for them. So first, a front of the grid lockout, which is entirely not great, but considering how we've been going in the last few races, I can't see why we don't afford ourselves the opportunity to score some big points. There is no reason we can't. So a short race coming into this sprint, but that just means that we can go harder without having to worry about the tyres and pit strategy and all that sort of stuff. So that is exactly the plan that we're going to do going into this one. So let's take a look to see how the grid lineup happened for the sprint in Brazil.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position. And starting next to them is George Russell. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Kyle, Verstappen, Norris, Oscar Piastri, Sainz, Leclerc, Armstrong, Stroll, Gasly, Bottas, Ocon, Perez, Joe, Tsunoda, Albon, Hulkenberg, Sargent, Ricciardo, Magnussen and Liam Lawson. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out.
Lights out and away we go for the sprint here in Brazil. We take off sitting in third. Hamilton comes across to cover us. We managed to get past him, taking a good break there on the inside line. Do we get in front? We do, just as our back misses the nose of Hamilton. We managed to absolutely claw our way back through. Somehow the grid penalty, which was 5 places, stopped it as 3 places, so I'm not sure what happened, but hey, we're going to take that as we are hooning along now. Now we've got Hamilton and Russell sitting right behind us, which is fine, and they've won the constructors, I'd imagine, at this point. We've got Norris sitting there, which isn't great, but more importantly, we do not have anyone from Ferrari in the top there. And where's our teammate going to be? I don't know. Now we're just going to make sure we stay inside the track for the track limits. That was an exciting start to the race, as Hamilton tried to come and cut us off, but nothing doing, and that was all us there at the start. We took off at a very good pace. Now we're just going to make sure that we get somewhere. Alright, let's try and focus a bit better now. We'll find where our teammate is soon. Again, for this game, DRS does not get enabled until lap 3, so we've got another lap to go to try and pull that gap out to over a second. This is super loud in my ear, so I'm assuming then that means that I've turned it up a bit too much. But well, I'm trying to make this a little more exciting than what it usually is, as we've pulled away now from Hamilton, and we stuff that corner up, which means he'll get his way back into us. Russell sitting without DRS, Norris sitting there with Verstappen. So luckily the penalty that we got for hitting Verstappen during qualifying hasn't done us too bad. Now gearbox is making that thing in the right hand corner, little engine light. So our gearbox is just starting to get a bit worn. And probably here in Brazil is not going to help us with such a short track and a few gear changes. So I'd imagine we're going to need to change that hopefully by the end of the actual race, and we do get through the main race. Our engineer seems to think that we have a chance of winning this if we, I don't know, win everything from here on out. I don't understand how that's the case. Unless the main front winners don't come anywhere in the top 4 or 5, we should maybe have a chance, but it's a very, very, very slim chance. I can't see us actually doing that. I mean, it's a good start here that we're managing to get a second in front of Hamilton. Hopefully we can keep that up as we come into the DRS lap, which was, I think, what already has started. I wasn't paying attention as I was too busy talking to you guys. And I'd hope when I play that back for the sprint that it actually sounded exciting and good at the start there, and I didn't stutter on any of my words because it felt like I didn't. But hopefully you could understand what I said, because I felt like I spoke a bit quickly. There's a lot happening, and we managed to avoid a lot of damage, which is awesome. As we come around to the halfway mark, I say, we'll finally stuff up something of this sprint race, and we're pulling out to nearly 1.5 seconds in front of Hamilton.
Fastest lap of the race so far.
Now, again, with this game, it's not like how the F1s are at the moment. This will set the grid for the main race. Hopefully F1 24 doesn't do that and it continues on with what the actual F1s are like. No track limits there. We managed to keep ourselves at a good pace, which is awesome. Now we're going to try and think. Oh, you know what? We're going to wait until we get there because I don't want to spin out here and lose this lead and cost us some points that I really need to get. We will get to the straight and then we'll check on our teammate in Armstrong and see how far he is. I think he was starting 10th. There's not a lot
So we're
of
expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes.
opportunity there to get through. 10 to 15. We should be alright and miss all of that, which is good. Let's take a look to see where our teammate is. Let's disable that now. Teammate status.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 5.8 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're 8th. The last lap
Eighth.
time
They got
was
made up 2 places. That's awesome.
10.6.
Alright, 3 laps left to go. We're pulled out 2 seconds on Hamilton. This bodes well for the actual race. Hopefully. This is a little taste of things to come.
Just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Throw in a pit stop or 2 here or there and we'll see what happens. But nicely done there. Away we go. I like this track for all the bending and curving, and it is fun when you're stuck in traffic. I'm just glad that we're not this late into the season. Tell you what, if we were to somehow win the championship from here on out for the drivers, I would be so super surprised. We'd have no right with the season we had to win it. And so far, it'd mean that it's a win. As far as I understand it, that would mean we'd have to win, get the fastest lap, and if there's another sprint, which I don't think there is, we need to win everything and get bonus points, get all that sort of stuff. We don't get 1 point here and we miss out. But I don't see it happening, honestly. The next few races we'll find out if, well actually we'll go down to the wire. Because as far as I'm aware, have Verstappen and Norris at the very top, and they're only a few points separated. So we will definitely have that above us there. Nice and short laps, these ones. It looks like we're still pulling out on Hamilton. Sitting there in 3rd. Constructors well and truly out of reach, so I mean, this isn't our year. We had such a good year last year, and now unfortunately, just due to my errors and stuff more than anything, there's a few crashes that happened during the year. It's a thing to talk about another time. Right now we've still got a few races left, so now we got to focus on what we can do here rather than what happened in the last races. So again, refocusing onto this one as we're still pulling out on Hamilton. Hopefully our teammate stays within the points. He's absolutely killed it this year. Alright.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
It's fine, that's all we need. All we need now. Last lap. Can we get this as a win?
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
There we go. Nearly 3 seconds out on Hamilton. There we go. Coming around the last little bend here. Hopefully our teammates manage to make up another spot in there somewhere. And that's a win.
Yes, nice work, mate. You did a really good job today. Pretty sure the boss is going to be happy with that one.
So what a sprint race. A fantastic start there from LC's team. Take over both Mercedes and get it in within the first corner, before the first corner. Hamilton tried to come across and block us off, but we were brave enough to stick there and go through the gap that we were lucky enough that Russell let us go through. So finishing first there, Armstrong finishing 8th, getting the maximum points we could is a great start. It fills me with a bit of confidence as we move into the main race. We need to do the same thing again. Obviously, we serve the penalty next race. I thought it was this race on the sprint, but apparently we serve it on the main race. So we will be starting in 6th, which is unfortunate considering we qualified where we needed to have done it. I wish I'd had it gone on the race. We, you know, potentially could have had a better start heading into this one, but we've got to play with the hand. We've got to play the hand that got dealt to us. Unfortunately, it's what it is, and that's the next thing we've got to do. So hopefully we can get another start like that. We've got to make up some ground pretty quickly there in the first lap and try and catch up to the Mercedes, who are 1 and 2 again, and that is the goal. We've got more laps to do it now, so now there's more thinking that comes into it. We have to worry about our pit strategy. We're going to have to worry about how our tyres are going. We have to worry about what the other races are doing, and big thing for me, for Al at least, is patience when it comes to overtaking. We have the time to get past someone. They will make a mistake and we will catch. We just got to make it right on the right corner, on the right straight, on whatever it is that it needs to be. So that's the focus for us now. We'll get more into what the strategy will be coming in pit-wise in a moment, but that was basically what we need to do. This race really needs to gain us some massive points. We need to take Ferrari now because we're running out of chances to do it, and we don't want them to get too far ahead. Hopefully they'll do something again like they did in Austin, but we shall see. So let's get into the team briefing and see what we did for the pit strategy.
Okay, so the grid penalty. Where we start on the hards. Let's have a look. Change that to a soft. If we make that there, go to a hard. Revert strategy 14. Yeah, what can we do? 10 laps on the softs is a bit. Why don't we do that? We should have enough grip to get us through to the end. And ooh, look at the race projecting time. All right, we'll do it all. If we don't do the softs though, I think that'll do though. Ah, shit. Yeah, right. I don't know, it still works out about the same. Do we want to try it? Nah, there we go. Alright, cool.
Okay.
Sorry guys, getting into trouble. I don't catch like a derp. Oh! They would have heard that too. See what I do for you guys? Alright. car setup, current setup. Let's make sure. Okay, let us do this. Let's go.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Verstappen, Leclerc, Kyle, Sainz, Oscar Piastri, Gasly, Stroll, Bottas, Ocon, Perez, Albon, Joe, Tsunoda, Hulkenberg, Armstrong, Sargent, Liam Lawson, Ricciardo, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Away we go. Leclerc comes over to watch out for Norris. We'll have to watch out for Leclerc as we're going to go around the outside this time. Trying to get Leclerc on that one as it comes onto the inside. Oh, Jesus, that was a close one there, but nothing's happening there as Leclerc pulls away. Norris, I think it is behind us. We need to catch these Ferraris. We can't have them doing that there. Norris is right up our behind as we are on these hards, which I've just remembered. But we've managed to pull ahead. Now it's going to be defending from Norris as we fly along here as he's got the faster tyre. And we're playing a longer game here with a strategy. Oh, Jesus. Nearly into the end of Leclerc, which allows Norris to go through. And now we've got Sainz behind us. So we're back where we started. Gee whiz, what a start to this race. Now we're going to have to catch Norris, who is also... No, he's on the medium, so that's all right. We'll just start this way. He's going to have to go in. He'll probably go in a bit earlier than us. And then we're coming out on mediums while he's on the hards, and he's going to have to warm the hards up. So we should be half okay as we come flying along here. Get that slipstream. We'll look down there. No. He comes and settles in front of us there. Try and catch him now. We've got faster pace somehow in these hards, and he does in these mediums. No. How'd that look? Out a little too wide. Now he's going to pull away from us. We'll try and catch up to him there. We've managed to pull away from Gasly, who was behind us. Go out wide again on these corners, which is all hurting us as we go off for track limits. No, stewards do not call it from us, so safe on that one. We survived from lap 2. Now we have to be careful where we're going, but we allowed Gasly to catch back up to us from behind there as we try and keep our on Norris's tail. Leclerc still just managing to keep ahead. I can't see who's in front there. I'm imagining Verstappen is in front in the first place, so in first place, which doesn't bode well for Norris, who is in championship contention. Are we close enough to try and do this? We'll go. No. Oh, we worried him out of it. I was. Ooh, a bit of contact from us and Norris because we didn't give him enough room as we were coming around. Didn't see that he was there. Thought he was going to pull out, but he didn't. But we managed to take the spot, take no damage, and away we go as Gasly now goes to take his move on Norris, seeing the opportunity. Leclerc is our next target. Both Ferraris, I think, are in front of us now. Actually, no, Sainz is behind us as we try to keep up with Leclerc, who's also on the hards. We're going a little bit too fast around some of these corners. But we're doing all right. So Verstappen sitting third, which makes that Hamilton first probably, and Russell second, or vice versa. Either way, Mercedes 1 and 2. We need this to go our way, as Gasly seems to have taken Norris. He's contacted us, slowing him down. Leclerc pulls away on us through the last sector there. We managed to get DRS, which does not look like he has it, so now we're managing to make up some lost time on him as he pulls a nice little stop there for us, manages to catch us up to him again as we're going to get more DRS And we should, with any luck, take him on this one. He pulls out to the right. We'll go out to the outside on him. And do we manage to pull it out? We haven't yet. Where is he? He's close. He's trying to push us into the inside there, but no, we take him. Oh, what a battle it was to get that one. Short, but it was a battle as we slow it right down on that corner. We are now chasing Verstappen, who caused us to get this grid penalty. So far so good. Our tyres seem to have found the right temperature. They're probably a little bit too warm if I'm honest with you.
And gap to the car in front is 1.9 seconds.
It's doable. Now we're going to have to fight off Leclerc, who's going to have DRS where we don't. So DRS, oh Jesus, we go on the grass. That's not going to help our situation. He's probably too far behind there. We're not going to have to waste it. And we will survive this lap from a Ferrari guy behind us. Now trying to catch him. What's happening to our teammate?
Teammate behind is 10.5 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. They're currently 16th. Time last lap was a 1:13.5.
What happened there? 16th. Needed him to be up here in the top 10. I'm hoping that he's on that two-stop strategy and it works out for him. We're catching Verstappen. We've made slow inroads, but he's on soft, so I'm not too stressed out about that right now. We're just trying to break that DRS on Leclerc. I think we've just managed to buy the line of DRS. Now we're just chasing down Verstappen. A lot riding on this race. We needed to have been first. I can't believe we got the penalty from the bloke in front of us who sat on the corner, it looked like. We'll take another look at that one after the stream, but actually, you know what, while we're just chasing him, let's take a look at it now. Hopefully that's long enough. I have no idea. I'm trying to guess and try and stage and set things up for the YouTube video, but we'll see how that went. Have we gone inside DRS range? We have. Verstappen is our next target as we've managed to catch him up here. We're probably too far back at the moment to...
Catching the car in front by about a second a lap.
We're right behind him now. Oh, I knew that was coming. Got a little bit excited as we're coming up through here. Still probably a little bit too far back on this one.
Okay, so that's
red flag!
Red flag.
Oh.
And let's get back into the pits, please. Okay, there's been an incident.
What
on track
happened?
resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshal.
Wow, we'll take a look at that incident now. I have no idea what's happened here, so... Again, setting things up. Let's have a look at the strategy. We had the hards.
Change our strategy for the rest of the Grand Prix if we want to.
Oh, do we want to go mediums from now on? I think that's the option we have to do. Otherwise, we're going to have to pit. And we're sitting in third, so now's our chance. Everyone else is going to be doing the same unless we pit again. Unless we go hards to end it. Let's take a look. Oh, no. God, no. We're not doing another one. Remove it. Hard. No, I didn't want to add a stint. Remove stint. Hards. How are the mediums going to get us there, but the hards won't? Guess it's mediums. Alright. Let's go.
We'll be getting underway.
There we go for the restart. And away we go. A little bit terrible from us on there as Hamilton. Damage on our front wing because of Hamilton! Are you kidding me? He blocked us off and left no space for us to go through. There was no reason for him to do it, and he's taken the front as we hit second. We've got over. Oh no, we pit now. That's putting us right back at the end. But we've got to, because we're not going to be able to catch him.
New strategy available on the MFD.
Oh, you're kidding.
Confirmed.
Just managed to keep our spot there. Well, that's our race done and dusted. I'd take it. Oh no, there goes our fourth spot, gone. We tried so hard. I tried to sneak through the gap on Hamilton and we copped some damage. As it looks like Russell is still trying to get us through. What is this race? And away we go. Oof, narrowly avoiding another penalty. And there goes our chances. That's what you get for not being patient.
Right, let's go, come on. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
Well, boys and girls, that is the end of our season. We'll see what happens to get us through to the end here. It's still another 15 laps. I'd imagine no one's going to pit. I'd be very surprised if anyone does from here on out, but we're not winning from here. There's not a chance in hell. So that red flag did not help us. It should have been the way we won, but Hamilton broke right in front of us. Left us no space to go as we looked to go down the inside, and he just shut that door, moved over on us. A couple of things here that I'm not too sure about, but I had to screen that one because that just severely hurt everything we were trying to do. That means we're 5th in the constructors now. I don't think there's a chance we're going to be able to, in the next 2 races, catch up to Ferrari, depending on where my teammate is now. So we'll have a look.
DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled.
I can't believe it.
Okay, gap ahead is 18.9 seconds.
That's been the first time in a while where we've had some front wing damage, but if we didn't do that, there was no way we're holding that spot for 15 laps. No way. There's still plenty of time, so we never know. We could get another red flag or we could get something, but Albon is the one who's crashed out, and I kind of wish that had just happened to us rather than this. But not having another DNF for Al is probably a good thing. But I'd be surprised if somehow we managed to pull out a win or get into the points at least would be something. But everyone having stopped and gone on some fresh mediums and only just happening, we've got bugger all chance of that being the case. I'll have to take a look at it again to see if it was my fault for hitting Hamilton, but I could have sworn I had that gap. I went to go on it and he closed that on me. Sitting at 21st behind Ricciardo, who we're now trying to catch. Can't even imagine where the leader is.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
Oh, this is a Alonso thing where he fell down to the back of the pack and he just didn't come last. That's what I feel like we're doing now. Where did I see my teammate was?
We're currently trailing our teammate by 21.1 seconds.
Yeah, but what's he coming? Yeah. We're not dead last, but we're last on the grid, so... What an end to our year. That was not at all what we needed to have happen. Oh, why are they putting old hards on? Oh, this is just going wrong. It's just all wrong. I mean, we are catching Ricardo and Lawson and stuff, but we're not. Barring a safety car, there is not much we're doing. And if we had a safety car, I would very, very much be going in for some softs, but I mean, don't rule it out. I wonder what happened to Albon. I'm sure we've already seen the replay on the recording, but interesting to see what happened there. He's obviously had a crash.
Our gap to the car in front is 17.6 seconds.
And we're still not closing the gap down on Ricardo, so 21st for L due to a stupid ass hit at the start of a restart. Oh. Set of old hards on, which should have just kept the mediums. I guess we were trying to be like, hey, we can get through on that. But no. Ten laps to go, this far behind. I'm only doing this as a just in case sort of thing, but we're not catching them. We're not gonna, 16 seconds in the next 10 laps is just not gonna happen. Been looking forward to this race for 2 weeks. There was potential for us to get a win here, and then mistakes. If we hadn't have hit Verstappen, or if they hadn't have penalised just us, or if it had been Verstappen's fault for what he'd done, I suppose us reversing back on it and hitting him is kind of what got us the penalty, but him falling and short on that corner was what got it happen, so surely cause and effect, you know what I mean? We need to be at least a second a lap, no, 2 seconds a lap now to catch all these back markers. And it's not going to happen. We've got old tyres, we're down a second on our lap time.
Okay, gap to the car ahead is 16.0 seconds.
I mean, there's a chance that like we can maybe still beat the Ferraris. I doubt it now, considering it depends on where they finish. Lower on the 10s, the lower top 10 part would be great, which wouldn't put us out of contention for the last couple of races to pip them. Whatever slim little chance that apparently I had for a championship according to our engineer is gone after this race. So kept giving me hope, and I felt like I was done with it, and then this is just stomped it into the ground. Hurtful, but it is what it is. That's racing for you. I thought I saw a gap there with Hamilton. There was no gap. Yeah, He's going to be stewing on that one for days now. So we're definitely not going to be catching Ricciardo by the end of this race. We might as well have retired the car, but we might as well screw this gearbox up as much as we can. We'll be changing it over anyway. Hamilton. I'd love to take a look at that again. Love to, because that was just, oh god. Can't believe that happened on that restart.
Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon.
Oh no way, you gave me old fucking hards. What do you want me to do with them? I'm not catching Ricciardo in any great shape or form. See if they'll tell us anything about our teammate.
Ahead is 21.3 seconds.
No, you won't tell us where he is, but he's still 21 seconds ahead of us. Says a lot about where the leaders are at. Well, this was gearing up to be such a good race. We won the sprint. Bit of unluckiness in, well, unluckiness, dirty racing, whatever you want to say, but maybe I should have just been a bit more patient at the back there, but I thought there was a gap. I thought Hamilton was going to leave it. I swear he moved it over. Can't even really remember the incident now. We're going to have to go back and have a look, but we've nearly caught up a whole second on Verstappen that lap, but it's too late. Not Verstappen, Ricciardo.
The gap that we're trailing the car ahead by.
I don't want to know.
0.1 seconds.
Unless he span out, 0.1 seconds is complete up bullshit. I love how busted this game can be sometimes. Oh. Seated track limits. Mate, is it really going to matter? Slow I have to go around these corners now. Absolutely shattered with that. Oh, I fucked it again. Oh, well. Should I just retire? Like, what's the point? I've got 5 laps left. Just wasn't paying attention as I went around that corner then. Thinking about anything else other than a shitty ass race in the end. This is just, the luck just turned on us. Great start in the sprint. Managed a decent win on that one. Thought we were in for a shoe-in for this, and then the restart, red flag. I thought brilliant. That's exactly what we've needed, and no. I'm stewing on a bad. As long as it's not a Ferrari that wins. A 4th place is not completely over yet. It's not helping
Okay,
here.
keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 11.2 seconds.
There's nothing I can do about it, buddy. I'm not catching him in 4 laps and not for 11 seconds. Not on these tyres anyway. I'm absolutely gutted. It was shaping up to be a good race. Maybe would have retired if I had to just put on a new gearbox, but we didn't. So I was trying to do that and ended up not doing that. Slowly closing that gap to Ricardo. Except for that one. Back out to 10. Three laps left. I don't know why we're doing this to ourselves. Even if we catch Ricardo, I've got a 3-second penalty for track limit, so... What a dominating, like, just top of the tables for all the qualifyings. Smash the sprint, even coming from, well, nearly all the qualifyings, not Q3, but smash the sprint, win by at least 10 seconds. Has half a chance here and just bottled it. Call me Kai Norrisel. Two laps now to try and catch Ricardo and Lawson, but that won't be happening. Nothing else has happened, unfortunately. There was half a chance that maybe we were going to get something, but no. Well, the good news is none of this will be on the highlights. If you've watched this far, you might as well, I don't know, exit it. There's really no point. Nothing's happening here. I'm not catching him in the next 2 laps unless something catastrophic happens. I mean, we've managed to get down an 18-second gap down to 16, so it's not bad, but I mean, old tyres, like everything just went wrong after that.
Keep managing your tyres, manage your tyres.
What do you mean manage my tyres, mate? I'm coming in last. It doesn't matter what I do from here. Tyres would be bloody shot, surely. 48 there. Still laughing at them. Five seconds to Ricardo. Let him spin out or something. Just let me not come dead last. Or last on the grid. Last on track. It's not fair. Wasn't our race. Was not our weekend this weekend. When everything went wrong, like everything goes against you, everything just goes against you. Should have been pushing for a podium finish. All I needed to do was just wait for Hamilton. I'm still not saying it's my fault. I'm just saying I should have been a bit more patient. It was a restart. I had it. I had the speed on him.
0.3
Just needed to have waited. And that was it. That was literally all I needed to do. Just wait. But at least we didn't crash out. Just didn't finish this well. Oh, Hamilton with a win. Should have been us up there. Another lap or two and I would have had him. Not that it mattered, I'm still 6 seconds behind. Oh, I'm so filthy with this race.
So Mercedes have won it.
To finish 7th overall is probably good. Should have been a bit higher. Armstrong getting the 1 point. 11th. The unfortunate incident there with Hamilton on the restart really stuffed us up. Lewis and George taking out the points there. Verstappen still getting the 22. Yeah, it wasn't at all what should have happened. We'll get into it in a second. Looking at the standings there, Kyle not moving up, still staying in 6th behind Perez now, and Armstrong still sitting in 10th, which is going to be his spot unless he can get a couple of wins the next few races. Piastri kind of keeping him at bay there, and I can't see Alpine's catching him at all. Heading into the constructors there, we are now, 15 points behind Ferrari, which isn't insurmountable, which we can catch them coming into it. The constructors still not decided yet, as well as the Drivers' Championship, so we will see how that all plays out in the next couple of races. Looking at what happened there, so the very start of the race was amazing for us, Al making up the places, and just before the restart, we were catching Verstappen. We were going to have him that lap at some point, and then obviously Stroll having to spin around, and then Albon coming into it and hitting him was really unfortunate for us. It really stuffed our whole entire race up. We had the space to do the overtaking and stuff, but then it all ran out. We probably still had more than enough, but Hamilton coming across to take to block us on that line was enough to us to hit him, and then that was it. If you've watched it, you know what happened, but it's just completely and utterly stuffed the race up for us, and we're never going to get it back. I wonder if there's any of you guys out there thinking that maybe we should have just fought our way around with the broken nose wing. The only issue I would have found with that is the downforce is screwed up, the cornering's horrible, and it's really hard to try and keep that. You saw Russell just before we get to the end there overtake us. We were not going to go too well. We still probably would have ended up outside of the top 10. Probably not as bad, but still, no points is no points. It doesn't matter where you end up outside that top 10. But we look forward to the next race. That's all we can do from there. So, on that note, make sure that you follow us on Twitch to see the races live, on Instagram for updates, and on TikTok to see the highlights when they drop, and subscribe to this YouTube channel to watch all the races again, edited of course, but watch them all over again and relive this season plus the previous seasons that we've also done. Thank you very much for joining us today, guys. It's a pretty interesting race, just like the real F1s, and I'm hoping the next race proves that we can still take that Ferrari. So that's what we've got to do. All right, guys, thank you very much again, and I'll see you on track next time in Las Vegas.
PlayStation